the other day, Steve was like, just write something on here, and Universal wanted to just write something, and then these kids were in the jungle head on the African drums, and I fucking just spilled, and I wrote so much. So Steve wrote this from his heart a couple weeks ago, and then I wrote this from my heart, and it's just some spoken word. Not really rap.
But it goes back into one of those things that I've written without thinking, and it was the first one. But see, you laugh, but like I've had a very, very traumatic 7 months. I know we all have pretty horrible things that happen to them in life, and I wish that nobody ever has to experience the shit that I had to go through with on November 19th, 2012. And there's a few of you here who know what I'm talking about, and I thank you, and I love you so much. This is the first thing I wrote when I was happy again.
Let me start. Connected, affected, always speculating, mutating into the blue sky, out of the dark night, through and through the endless flights, we rest in this delight, regardless of the no end in sight. So bend all the rules, mending our ignited fuel. The fire does not die, but instead lies in a fixed dual motion. Emotions are mixed into pixelated drips of water, blotted dots of convoluted thoughts. We sought to understand our brothers and got lost in a land of me versus others. Now all we have are the bland costs heating way to the needed benefits. Lending this helping hand is our true grand plan. Your pineal gland linked to your cerebral strands, extending to your neighbor. Behaviors excluded, for that's temporary, written in binary. Little fairies floating for a new sanctuary. And as we're sancted, we'll put a plank up, making it a blatant statement. You and I are forever mated. We've been created to raise this lever together. Endeavors, unspoken treasures. We measure the useless tokens and conclude that life is about the glitter and feathers. Harshly severed in bitter strife, it might guarantee this new kind of being, seething out of the mouth, holding the truth of doubts. We found this grounding based on the sound of another's breath. Accept the best, lest creating the pure life zest. It's festering inside us, beside the highs and the falls, and all we have to do is fuck it all. Look into your buddy's eyeball. Suddenly you realize you can let it be. Free in our minds, I become blind to the negativity, deep in festivities. Suggesting a good time becomes life's only crime. For to not align with your brother's unique design based on the immortal shrine of our very universe, it's a curse not to nurse the bursts of energy. It's an explosion, eroding out of the commotion. Emotion floating through the galaxies, a million fantasies, imploding a new chance to see. A massive heartbeat, a collective drumbeat. Tentative as it seems, 200 beings just being. And we need a few repeatings. 2 million beings just being. Seeing, feeling, always meeting. We gotta do some rapid adding. About 9 billion madly grabbing at the sun's magic. No longer a fact, it simply belongs to the grasp of Earth's static track. And we all float on again. Listen, it's been a good fucking beginning. Thanks, guys.
I just want everyone to know that we almost didn't do this. Somehow, some way, with the help of friends and each other, we pulled ourselves through this, and we didn't even practice. Like, I just want everyone to know, like, we truly, like, just gave this everything we had right now. And like,
oh, we love you anyway,
I love
Steve.
You guys.